The sun was only beginning to rise over Lisbon when Albert tightened the laces of his worn-out sneakers and stepped onto the dew-covered training pitch. At 17, he was the youngest player invited to the regional youth trials, and every heartbeat echoed like a drum in his chest. Football had been his lifeline, his way of forgetting the cramped apartment he shared with his grandmother, the long shifts at the bakery, and the endless whispers that a boy from his neighborhood could never make it to the professional leagues. Today felt like a turning point, but he didn't know just how extraordinary it would become. Across the field, cameras flashed and voices buzzed. Word had spread that a global icon would make a surprise visit. Most thought it was a rumor meant to draw attention to the trials, yet Albert sensed a quiet electricity in the air. The coaches lined up like sentinels, the gazes sweeping the pitch. Then, as the morning haze lifted, a tall, athletic figure in a crisp black training kit emerged from the tunnel. The collective gasp from players and spectators alike was almost musical. Cristiano Ronaldo. For a moment Albert forgot to breathe. Here was the legend whose posters covered his bedroom wall, whose relentless work ethic he studied late at night on grainy internet clips. Ronaldo was more than a star. He was proof that discipline and self-belief could carve miracles out of ordinary beginnings. Albert's hands trembled slightly as he gripped his water bottle, trying to steady himself. He wasn't just seeing Ronaldo, he was about to train on the same grass. Bom dia, rapazes. Ronaldo's voice carried warmth and command. He smiled, a flash of confidence that made even the most composed players shift with nervous excitement. Today is about passion. Show me how much you love this game. The drills began immediately, fast footwork, precision passing, small-sided games designed to expose both skill and spirit. Albert forced himself to focus, blocking out the urge to stare at his hero. Every touch of the ball felt heavier, yet sharper, as if Ronaldo's presence demanded perfection. When Albert executed a swift turn past a defender and struck a clean shot into the top corner, he heard a distinct clap, strong, deliberate. He risked a glance and saw Ronaldo nod appreciatively. Heat surged through him. It was like fuel for his soul. Between sessions, Ronaldo walked among the players, offering quick tips. When he approached Albert, the young midfielder's heart threatened to leap out of his chest. "Good movement," Ronaldo said, his Portuguese accent rich and encouraging. "You read the defender well. Remember, control the tempo. Don't let the ball control you." Albert managed a quiet, "Obrigada," his voice barely above a whisper. Ronaldo smiled. "Confidence, meu amigo. Speak like you play, strong and clear." The words landed deeper than Albert expected. Confidence wasn't just about football. It was about life. He felt a spark ignite inside him, a belief that maybe, just maybe, his dreams weren't as distant as they'd seemed. The final scrimmage brought tension and opportunity. With the score tied and the coaches watching closely, Albert intercepted a pass near midfield. He danced around one opponent, then another, his senses alive with the rhythm of the game. Spotting a narrow opening, he launched a perfectly weighted through ball to a striker, who finished with a clean strike. Cheers erupted. From the sidelines, Ronaldo clapped again, louder this time, a grin breaking across his face. When the whistle blew, Ronaldo gathered the players. "Talent is nothing without work," he said. "Every day, you choose who you become. Remember that." Albert stood among his peers, sweat-soaked and exhilarated, those words echoing in his mind. He had arrived at the pitch a nervous boy. He left the session with a new fire, a sense that destiny had taken its first step. As the crowd dispersed and Ronaldo shook hands with the hopefuls, Albert caught his hero's eye one last time. Ronaldo offered a brief, knowing nod. It wasn't a promise of fame or fortune, but it was enough to tell Albert that he belonged.